leather messenger bags. They're classic, they're cool, and judging by your research, you might be ready to sling one over your shoulder. Let's dive into what makes these bags so special, going way beyond just the basics so you can find the perfect one for you.
You know, it's funny how something as practical as a bag can become such a style statement. And that journey from function to fashion is part of what makes messenger bags so fascinating.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So, before we talk about stylish leather and all that, let's rewind a bit. Where did these bags even come from?
Picture this. It's the days before cars ruled the roads, and important documents were entrusted to couriers, often on foot or even horseback. These early messenger bags were all about practicality and durability. They had to withstand the elements and keep those vital papers safe.
So those rugged good looks everyone loves, it's not just for show. It's literally rooted in history.
Exactly. That iconic flap design, for example, it wasn't just for style. That large flap provided extra protection from rain and snow, ensuring those important deliveries arrived safe and sound. And the crossbody design. It allowed for quick access, even while on the move. It's amazing how these design elements have stood the test of time, evolving from purely practical features to sought-after style
It's
elements.
like a little piece of history you can carry with you. And speaking of things that last, let's talk about leather, shall we?
Yeah.
Your source got super specific about different types. From what I'm seeing, not all leather is created equal.
You're spot on. Choosing the right leather can make or break your bag experience, especially if you're looking for something that will age gracefully and stand up to daily wear and tear.
Okay, so walk me through it. What's the gold standard when it comes to messenger bag leather?
For a bag that's built to last a lifetime, you can't beat full grain leather. We're talking about the strongest, most durable part of the hide, and it just gets better with age.
Is that where we get that gorgeous worn-in look, the patina everyone's always raving about?
Precisely. Think of it like fine wine. Full grain leather develops a rich, unique patina over time, telling the story of your adventures and adding character to your bag. No two pieces will ever age exactly the same way, which makes it even more special.
Okay, I'm sold on the romance of full grain, but let's be real, it's probably got a price tag to match, right?
Yeah.
What if someone is looking for a more budget-friendly option? Is top grain leather still a good choice?
Absolutely. Top grain leather comes from a similar part of the hide, but undergoes a bit more processing for a smoother, more uniform appearance. It's still incredibly durable, just maybe without that same rugged, wild character that full grain develops over time.
So a great option for someone who wants that classic leather look without breaking the bank. Now, I've seen genuine leather plastered everywhere. What's the deal with that? Is it as good as it sounds?
Genuine leather, the marketing term that can sometimes be a bit misleading. It is real leather, just not the cream of the crop. It's often made by bonding together smaller pieces of leather, which can make it less durable in the long run.
So you might be sacrificing some of that longevity and those beautiful aging qualities we talked about with full grain and top grain. Good to know.
Exactly. Now, your source also mentions suede and nubuck, which can be great choices for certain items, but for a workhorse, like a messenger bag, we need to consider the pros and cons.
Yeah, those always struck me as a little more high maintenance.
They can be. Suede, in particular, is known for its soft, velvety texture, but it's not the most practical choice for a bag that might be exposed to the elements. Nubuck is a bit more durable. It's full-grain leather that's been buffed for that velvety feel, but it still requires a bit more TLC than full grain or even top grain.
So maybe not the best choice if you're hard on your bags or live somewhere with unpredictable weather. What about faux leather? Is that ever a good option for a messenger bag?
It really comes down to your priorities. Faux leather has come a long way in terms of looks, and it can be a good choice for those who are budget conscious or prefer vegan materials.
But in terms of durability and that ability to develop a beautiful patina over time, it just can't compete with the real deal.
Exactly, you've got to weigh those trade-offs. Now your source dives into different messenger bag styles, and it's amazing how each one reflects a different aspect of that practicality meets style evolution we talked about.
Okay, so break it down for me. What are the key styles, and what kind of person is each one best suited for?
Let's start with the classic messenger bag. This is the OG, the one that instantly comes to mind with its single large compartment and that iconic flap design. It's perfect for someone who values simplicity and functionality, someone who carries a lot of everyday essentials but doesn't necessarily need a ton of internal organization.
Like a modern-day courier, but instead of important documents, it's their laptop, their gym clothes, maybe even a spare notebook or two.
Exactly. Then you've got the briefcase style, which takes that messenger bag DNA and adds a touch of sophistication with its structured design and multiple compartments. It's ideal for the professional who needs to keep their work essentials organized and easily accessible.
Right. It's all about that business casual vibe, looking sharp while still having everything you need for a productive day.
Precisely. Now, here's a fun one, the satchel. Remember we talked about those early messenger bags being inspired by practicality? Well, satchels take us back to the schoolyard. They were traditionally used by school children to carry their books and supplies.
No way. Seriously, I had no idea. So they're like the OG backpacks.
In a way, yes. Today, satchels are experiencing a resurgence in popularity, appreciated for their compact size, minimalist aesthetic, and hands-free convenience.
They're perfect for someone who's always on the go, who wants something stylish and functional without the bulk of a larger bag.
Exactly. And let's not forget about laptop-specific messenger bags. These are designed with the digital nomad in mind, often featuring padded compartments for your tech, dedicated pockets for chargers and accessories, and even weather-resistant materials.
Because let's be real, our laptops are like precious cargo these days.
Yeah.
You don't want to just toss them into any old bag.
Exactly. Now, speaking of things that matter, let's talk about features. I don't know about you, but for me, a bag is only as good as its organization. I'm talking compartments, pockets, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, 100%. Give me all the pockets or give me chaos. That's my motto. I'm curious, though. Your source gets super specific about different features. What should we be paying attention to?
Well, it all starts with that main compartment. Now, you might think it's just a big empty space, right? But remember those early messenger bags? We talked about how they were designed to carry important documents, often in large quantities.
So are you saying there's a right and a wrong way to design a main compartment?
Absolutely. A well-designed main compartment should be structured in a way that keeps things relatively flat and easily accessible. You don't want your stuff getting lost in a bottomless pit.
Makes sense. No more rummaging around for that elusive pen or notebook. Now, one feature that's non-negotiable for most of us these days is a laptop sleeve. What should we be looking for there?
You're right. A dedicated laptop sleeve is essential in the digital age. Look for one that's well padded to protect your device from bumps and scratches, and make sure it's got a secure closure, either a zipper or a sturdy Velcro strap.
Padding is key, especially if you're like me and prone to accidentally dropping things. Now let's talk pockets. Your source goes deep on exterior versus interior, zippered versus open. It's a lot to unpack.
It really comes down to finding what works best for your organizational style and everyday needs. Exterior pockets are great for quick grab items like your phone, wallet, or keys. They offer easy access without having to dig through your entire bag.
Right, because who wants to be that person holding up the line at the coffee shop while they search for their wallet at the bottom of their bag?
Exactly. Now, interior pockets can provide a bit more security and discretion. They're perfect for valuables, smaller essentials, or things you don't want to be immediately accessible.
Like a secret stash of emergency snacks. Got to keep those hidden.
Exactly. Zippered pockets offer the most security, while open pockets prioritize quick access. So it's really about finding the right balance for your needs.
Options are good. And let's not forget about the shoulder strap, arguably the most important feature for comfort, especially if you're carrying a lot of stuff.
Absolutely. A well-designed messenger bag should distribute weight evenly and be comfortable to carry for extended periods. Look for straps that are adjustable so you can find the perfect fit and, ideally, padded for extra comfort.
My shoulders thank you in advance. Now, your source highlights a few top picks for full-grain leather messenger bags, and I have to say they all sound pretty amazing. I'm ready to hear about these dream bags.
Let's start with the Welch briefcase. It's described as having a minimalist design, a spacious interior, and enough pockets to keep even the most organized person happy.
Okay, so it's like the perfect blend of style and practicality. Who wouldn't want that?
Exactly. Then there's the Vigo briefcase. This one sounds even sleeker, almost like a hybrid of a briefcase and a messenger bag.
I'm picturing something James Bond would carry.
You're not far off. It's designed for the modern professional who needs a bag that can keep up with their busy lifestyle.
And last but not least, we have the Gustav messenger bag. This one is described as having a more vintage aesthetic and a large capacity.
This one sounds incredibly versatile, able to handle both everyday essentials and perhaps a few hidden treasures. The fact that it has multiple carrying options, including a traditional handle, a shoulder strap, and even backpack-style straps, speaks volumes about its adaptability.
Okay, that's impressive. It's like the Swiss Army knife of messenger bags. Now, let's say you found your perfect leather messenger bag. You're head over heels in love. How do you make sure this love story lasts a lifetime?
That's where proper care comes in. Leather is a natural material, so it needs a little TLC to stay looking its best. Luckily, your source provides some excellent tips.
Okay, so spill the secrets.
Yeah.
How do we keep our leather bags looking their best?
Well, the first rule of leather care is to treat it with kindness. That means no harsh chemicals or abrasive cleaners which can strip away the natural oils and damage the leather.
Got it. So what can we use to clean a leather bag?
Your source recommends saddle soap, which is specifically designed for leather care. But in a pinch, you can also use a mild shampoo or even baby soap. The key is to be gentle. Apply the soap with a soft, damp cloth using circular motions, then wipe away any excess with a clean, damp cloth.
Gentle and circular, got it.
Mhm.
What about drying? Any special instructions there?
Drying is crucial. You don't want to leave your bag soaking wet. Pat it dry with a soft cloth and let it air dry completely away from direct heat or sunlight, which can cause fading and cracking.
So basically, treat your leather bag like you would a beloved pair of leather boots. Keep it clean, keep it dry, and keep it out of the sun.
Exactly. Now here's a tip that a lot of people overlook: leather conditioner. Think of it like moisturizer for your bag. It helps replenish the natural oils that keep the leather supple and prevent it from drying out.
Okay, so how often are we talking? Is this an everyday thing or more of a special occasion treat?
Your source recommends conditioning your bag at least twice a year, but if it sees a lot of wear and tear, you might want to do it more often. And honestly, it's not a bad idea to give it a little extra love during those harsh winter months when the air is dry.
Leather conditioner noted. I'm all about keeping my investments looking their best. And speaking of investments, that's what a good leather messenger bag is, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's a piece that, if cared for properly, can last you a lifetime, developing that beautiful patina we talked about and becoming a true reflection of your personal style.
It's like that favorite pair of jeans that just gets better with age, except this one holds all your important stuff.
Exactly. And, beyond the practical aspects of leather types and features, what fascinates me most about messenger bags is how they become an extension of the owner.
Ooh, I like that. Tell me more.
Think about it. A messenger bag goes everywhere with you. It carries your tools, your essentials, your work, maybe even a little piece of your personality. It becomes a silent companion, a witness to your daily adventures.
It's so true. My current bag has definitely seen some things. Coffee spills, frantic searches for my keys, you name it. It's got stories to tell.
And that's what makes it yours. Those little marks and imperfections tell a story. They add character and make your bag uniquely you.
I'm feeling all sentimental about my bag now. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one thing you hope our listeners take away from all of this?
When choosing a messenger bag, it's about more than just finding something functional or stylish. It's about finding a piece that resonates with you, that speaks to your lifestyle and your values.
It's about finding a bag that's not just a bag, but a companion, a reflection of you.
Beautifully said. And remember, this deep dive is just the beginning. There's a whole world of well-crafted goods out there, each with its own story to tell.
So to our listener, go forth and find that perfect messenger bag, the one that makes you feel confident, organized, and ready to take on the world.
And remember, we're always here for your next deep dive.